folks. This is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates. I began a three-part series on triangulation about a month ago, and I said that I would follow up within a week, and I just got busy. But I'm going to go ahead and do part 2 and part 3 of the triangulation series today. I'm heading back home to Indianapolis from the beach today and had a few minutes, thought I'd take care of that. So this second installment in the series is called 10 Negative Consequences of Triangling or Venting. People think venting to a third party is healthy. They think it's a duty of marriage. They think it's a duty of friendship. And so the first thing I want to say is venting and triangling is not innocent. It's not harmless. It's extremely dangerous because it creates a lot of negative energy. Just because you go into a therapist's office and you talk about your pain does not necessarily mean that you're actually doing therapy. You might be venting and triangling instead. And they sort of look the same, you use the same words. When you're doing therapy, your focus is on yourself and you're trying to heal yourself. When you're venting, the focus is on the stinker, the bad guy, the third party who you think is victimizing you, and you're venting to another third party. I'm working with a couple, and it's a man who he's private, and whenever his wife breaks his confidentiality in the marriage, it hurts his feelings. It taps into his abandonment issues. And his message to her is, let's keep this between us. And I'll have your back and please have my back. But there's so much backstabbing that goes on, whether it be in workplaces or in marriages or in families, where if you can't say something in front of somebody, you shouldn't ought to be saying that to a third party. I just encourage you to guard your marriages, guard the backs of the people you love. Why do people ventilate and triangle? Because it feels good, because it helps you blow off steam, it helps you get something off your chest. How about this? How about you hold on to your hurt, you hold on to your anger, and you set up a meeting with the individual that you're angry with. In Family Tree's associate contract, we have a clause that says, if you have an issue with somebody, don't go tell another associate. Don't even go telling your therapist or your spouse. Sit down and have a meeting with the person at Family Tree that you're angry with. Then you have a chance of resolving an issue or two. But as long as you're venting your spleen to a third party, you're never going to resolve the issue. Part of the negative consequences of venting is whoever that third party is, your best friend, your mother, your sister, your therapist, a coworker, you've ventilated your anger off to that third party, and then they're left holding anger. You're person A, you're combating the person you're angry with, this person B. Mr. Pauly wants in the room. You're going to have to wait, Mr. Pauly. And then whoever you're venting to is X, Y, or Z. And so you need to hold on to your anger toward person B to do battle with person B. Venting is like, let's say you want to take a nice hot bath. Well, your anger is representative of the hot water. And if you vent, instead of keeping the hot water in the bathtub, you're hooking it up to a hose to the faucet and you're running the hot water out into the yard. If you hold your anger, you can go to your spouse, you can go to war, you can have a fight, you can go to therapy, you can tear down what needs torn down, you can break down what needs broken down. But if you waste your anger energy to a third party, then you're actually keeping your relationship and yourself from getting healthier. When you're the XYZ person, you feel held hostage. They're venting, and you feel like you can't even get up and go to the bathroom because they're not even focusing on you. They're not being intimate with you. They're using you. And you'll feel vomited upon. That's no fun. I tell my clients, they come in, they start venting. I'm like, dude, you're venting. They're like, it's my hour. And I'm like, okay. Tell you what, my fee for people coming in and not doing therapy but venting me, it's $1,000 an hour. Vent all you want. Hell, let's set up another hour after this. Nobody wants to pay the $1,000 an hour. So they say, okay, so what's venting? What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing that's unhealthy and unproductive and not doing therapy? When you are venting to somebody about a third party, that third party is collecting enemies. And you don't even know that you have an enemy. Your spouse's therapist might be your enemy. They might be plotting against you. Your spouse's sister, your spouse's brother, your spouse's mother, they might be your stone cold enemy and you don't even know it. And I would submit to you that if you're married to somebody, that you have a covenant. And the covenant is to have their back, among many other things. And when you're venting, you are creating flying monkeys for you that fly against and bring harm to your partner. And then you have people who might smile, they might look like and act like they're your friend, but really they're conniving against you and they're your enemy. And you just have this weird feeling that people are against you and you feel the negative energy. So venting is poison. It comes from victim mentality. It's cancer. It spreads further victim mentality. It spreads hatred. And don't be naive. Don't be a babe in the woods. If you feel negative energy coming from people, pay attention to it. And who is your spouse? Do they have your back? Are they getting their emotional needs met by a same-sex friend? Are they getting their emotional needs met with an emotional affair or an actual affair? That's another form of triangulation, is having an affair. So there's a lot of negative consequences that come from venting and triangling. It isn't worth the immediate payoff of just getting something off your chest. It's unindividuated, unhealthy, dysfunctional behavior. And I'm trying to sort of unmask it as not being the innocent, oh, I'm just venting to my girlfriend paradigm, and see it for, it's a marriage killer. And It is a recovery growth killer as well. Okay, so those are the 10 negative consequences of venting or triangling. And my next video that I have coming up here is how do you stop triangling? Now we know what it is. We know how destructive it is. Now how do you quit? Because it's actually an ingrained behavior and it's pretty addictive. So if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Join us every other Tuesday night for our live stream show that would be hosted by myself, my wife Renda, or by Jerry Wise. And also remember that I have 6 good books that you can purchase either on Amazon, Kindle, or you can purchase them on our website, familytreecounseling.com. Stop triangling. See y'all. God bless.